jump and be like, it's a
Yeah,
game.
no.
That was like pull my whole strategy in Hades ones. Dash aimlessly and wait for the like few openings.
Yeah, there's also like a lot of gathering
Yep.
that you have to do.
I hear that like
Instead
you
of
just
like
can't like
you got to
dash to
collect
win
dust
anymore.
to
It's not
unlock these like tarot cards, and then you need like
because that was like
bones
pull
to
my whole
unlock
strategy in Hades
stuff in
one
the
is
witch's cauldron.
dash
You
aimlessly
need
and wait for the
silver to
like few
unlock
openings.
certain weapons, and there's other materials, but like you can't.
Maybe like try to make you grind more.
I think so. I
Yeah,
mean,
interesting.
the biggest thing that I've run into is that
Okay.
you got to kind of pick your poison when it comes to what you're going to gather on your run, because right now I've got 3 different items that I can use.
So is it
One's
made
a
to like try to make
pickaxe,
you grind more?
which mines like silver and copper and or bronze. Another one is a shovel that digs up um, these seedlings that you need to grow in what's called the crossroads. That's basically your home base. And then there's also like this weird rock thing that allows you to talk to these like lost spirits that brings them back to the crossroads that will give you like stuff. And it's you're playing kind of you're you're at the crossroads, but you're trying to get back down into Hades, but you got to take a different route. I cannot beat the second boss right now. I can get to her, but oh, buddy, that second boss, because it's actually 3 different things.
Interesting.
I can't last. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3.
Huh.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, I played the whole time and actually ran. I snuck in one more round, even though it was like 11 o'clock. I was like, no, okay, one more time, one more. So it's got me. It's got me good. Yeah. All right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories.
That should get us to 9:15.
Yes. So.
I think we will be good.
Oh, I do want to check one thing. I got this weird. Yes,
Nice.
yes, I saw that, and I will let you rant, good sir. Okay, good. It is working.
I don't need to if we have topics, but it's always there still.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Well,
All right.
that
I'm going to
should
mute
get us to
Zealeus, and then we
9:15.
are going to start this show.
I think
So let me
we will
do
be
that,
good.
do this, and hit the record button.
I can always rant about a movie.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Dish Shelter Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
Greetings and salutations. My brain is very confused by the timing of which we are starting, but alas, we are here nonetheless.
Indeed, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely 100% my fault that the show is starting a little bit late. I had a basketball game that I played in at 7 and had to come straight home.
Greetings and salutations. My brain is very confused by the timing of which we are starting, but alas, we are here nonetheless.
And I said, nay, good sir, nay. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I, of course, am your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the Play for Connor himself, Zealeus. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Thursday Night Hangout. This is a live show where we try our best to cover the topics most important to you during the show. At any point during the show, if you have any topics, questions, opinions, thoughts that you would like to add to the show, all you got to do is add it to the chat, which you can utilize on Twitch, Facebook, and on YouTube. You may have noticed that we did not do our show last week, and that once again falls on me. My son and I went to a father-son camp retreat, and so I was busy trying to pack the car and make sure that I didn't forget anything, minus my son. I mean, that's the one thing I absolutely 100% didn't forget, because that would just be awkward.
Very important to have that.
Indeed. Indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off with something that here's the deal. I think Square Enix is trying really, really, really hard to get Charlie to at least try Final Fantasy 14. I'm going to tell you this right now. I am not an MMOer, and
that is very
even
important to have, though.
They have put something out there that really, makes it screams, Charlie, play this game. I'm not going to. And that, of course, is that Final Fantasy 14 is adding the Mountain Dew themed bird mount to the game.
I think I know you're going with this one.
Exactly.
Wait, but there's more. You can also get the newly done Mountain Dew rewards from the caps to get Final Fantasy 14 branded swag. You can get swag, swag such as a hoodie. You can get Final Fantasy keycaps
for
branded after
points.
The new classes, the Pictomancer and the Viper. You can get a gaming T-shirt. You can get you can get all kinds of cool things. You can get a funky cup, apparently. You can get some plushies. There's all kinds of fun things you can get, bro.
This Mountain Dew or this one?
Wow. I mean, so what I'm hearing is Charlie needs to, for the good of all of gamers everywhere, needs to go back into his Mountain Dew addiction to get enough points to get the Mountain Dew helicopter.
Yeah. Apparently there was a
wasn't it Pepsi who had like the joking helipad
with
and somebody actually got enough points and tried redeeming it?
TV dinners.
Helipad jet. But it had like that jet that could like take off horizontally.
Miles, and this dude,
and that's what they actually wanted to redeem because they got enough points.
I don't remember how many, but if he ate or bought enough of those, he and his family could fly for free for the rest of their lives. It's the chemicals, man. It's the chemicals that make it tasty. Right?
Oh.
Let's see. Nope, that's just amazing stuff.
Too bad you have to like live and not die of a coronary heart attack from eating those every day.
2-liter bottles, one of Code Red and one of Mountain Dew, so I actually have something to drink.
But, I mean, aren't there chemicals in your Mountain Dew? And no chemicals.
Oh yeah, and
Perfect.
I'm going to do the famous Charlie pour. So
it's
let's
the
hope
amazing
that I don't
dew.
get all over my desk. Oh, the good old days, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, one in each hand.
Are you going to reenact the amazing Charlie concoction that's been missing from our lives?
Nope, but I did slightly miss there right at the beginning, but that's okay.
Be still my beating heart.
It's okay. Thankfully,
no, it's been too long.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the next topic. Unless there's some other Mountain Dew theme stuff that I don't know about.
Hopefully, it does not overpour and go everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh dear.
If for those who are not real big Mountain Dew drinkers, you of course can just get the 200-point value for 5 pots of metallic green dye.
I mean, I don't know. That was a pretty important part of the day, as far as I'm concerned.
Something that drives me nuts. I mean, like dye, like colors dyeing your clothes.
I like to dye my clothes.
Being able
it
to
makes me feel fancy,
an
warm and fuzzy.
amazing, awesome look to my character, or just awesome armor.
Like
to my
death,
character,
or
but
are we
man,
talking like
I
dyeing your
hate the
clothes?
hodgepodge look when you got like
Okay, just double.
when you're trying to max out your protection, and so you're wearing like all kinds of weird stuff. I like the fact that you could dye your stuff to at least color code it, if even though you're still gonna look bizarre.
You know, one of my favorite, I call it transmog from World of Warcraft, but my favorite transmog system is
Yep.
actually Hogwarts Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very well done. It's super easy. You have a piece of gear, you put it on, and then you're like, what in the hell is this?
Yep.
And all you have to do is click it. You don't have to go anywhere special. You don't have to go like some random.
You know, one of my favorite, I call it transmog from World of Warcraft, but my favorite transmog system is actually
Yep.
Hogwarts Legacy. I think it's very well done. It's super easy. You have a piece of gear, you
Yep.
put it on, and then you're like, what in the hell is this? And all you have to do is click it. You don't have to go anywhere special. You don't have to go like some random, I guess it'd probably be the Room of Requiem, let's be honest. But you don't have to go anywhere specific. You can do it in the middle of the dungeon. You get something to, I want to put this on instead. You just press a button and you can preview it right there in live action and see exactly what does it look like. Like, I appreciate that. Like, it doesn't just give you all for free. You still have to find the gear and you still have to like unlock and all that
Right.
good stuff. But like,
Right.
those type of quality of
I
life
don't remember
things
what
where it's
game
just
it was,
nice,
but there's also
stupid
some
easy
of-
to see
some
stuff that
RPGs
I've
out
unlocked.
there,
Just
do
put it
this.
on and see what it is.
They
Like,
have
I think
the
gamers really
visibility
like
toggle,
those
where
type of
if you
systems
put,
where
like this
you still have to work
heinous-looking
for it
hat
to
on,
get those
that makes you just
cool
look absolutely
visuals.
ridiculous.
But once you have
But
it, it's
you
then
can
very
toggle
accessible and
it
easy to
actually
use.
appearing on your character or
I
not.
think is a
So
really
you can
good
still
balance between the
gain
two.
all the stat bonuses, but not look like a total moron.
I think pretty much every single game I turn off my hat.
Yeah.
Because I spent a stupid amount of time designing
Yeah.
my character's hair. So like, I want to see the hair. 'Cause you're right. Most like every single helmet you put on, like it's weird. You can't actually see the face or hair or anything.
Or the helmet looks like slightly too big for your character's head, so it just
I
looks
think
like you
pretty
put
much
like a
every
soup
single
pot on
game
it.
I turn off my hat because I spent a stupid amount of time designing my character's hair. So
Anyways,
like,
all right.
I want to see
so
the hair because you're
let's
right.
talk about
Most like every single helmet you put
our
on,
favorite
like
topic, and that of
it's
course
weird. You can't
is
actually see
studio
the face
closures.
or hair or anything.
Oh no! This one was a sarcastic favorite topic, and that of course is Dang it! Now you made me almost say Mountain
The
Dew.
soup pot of plus two
studio
stuff.
closures. Microsoft is closed 3 studios, or is in the process of closing 3 studios, and a 4th one is being reassigned. And now the really
I thought it was
weird
Mountain Dew.
thing is that some of these studios have successful titles. Their last game were successful, like highly successful, and yet they're being closed. So we're now entering an age, thanks Microsoft, where not even doing well or having high sales could guarantee that your company's going to stay open.
Unfortunately, my not uncommonly held belief is that it's a short-term, like quarter. I guess now we're in quarter 2.
Mm-hmm.
Going into quarter 3 savings to make your stock portfolios and all that good stuff look good.
Yep.
In the short term,
Unfortunately, my
because you're right, these are
not uncommonly held belief is that it's a short term, like quarter. I guess now we're in quarter 2, going into quarter 3 savings to make your
Right.
stock portfolios and all that good stuff look good in the short term, really at the expense of long-term success. Because you're right, these are successful studios. I know it's not going to happen, but like it seems in an idealistic world, and this is just video games, this is just in general, like if you're going to buy a company like Microsoft buying these studios, there should be some kind of stipulation that you can't like basically just shut it down and haven't used it for basically tax purposes
The
for
investors.
at least like X number of
Yeah.
years. Like that's how I feel about
Yep.
the situation, because it's not just Microsoft. Like, this is a not uncommon tactic at all of companies doing this type of stuff, where they buy it and immediately shut it
Mhm.
down, and it kind of sucks for everyone involved, except for basically the executives of the original company, because then they get the windfall of
Mhm.
the yay profits. Well, whoever was acquired, it sucks for them. It typically sows discord among your actual employees, because they're like, wait, am I next? It just, it's, except for those couple of executives, I don't see how it's healthy
Mhm.
for basically business, is what it comes down to. I know nothing will ever be done about it, because it's just not how the American system of economics works. And it also sucks because you're messing with these people's livelihoods, because these people are part of these
Agreed.
companies
I mean,
not
one-
long
one of-
ago
one of
who
the,
probably saw a
one of the
very,
studios, Tango
healthy
Gameworks,
long-term success. Like, oh,
actually
cool, we're going to be
really-
bought out by
they're
Microsoft. We're going to now have
really,
more. That's probably what
their
they're
last
pitched
big
with.
title
We're not going to have more
was Hi-Fi
resources
Rush,
to create more
which is
awesome
a lot
video
of fun.
games.
I mean, it's hard to do a music rhythm game, and
then
they
not so much.
did it very well.
It just
and
sucks
it's
for everyone
sad.
involved. Makes me sad.
Yep. Yep.
And then, like, as soon as Microsoft shuttered these, then they turn around and it's like, and in the future, we want to really have these prestige games that aren't necessarily AAA games that people just love and want to play.
Yeah.
And I know, and that's the one that's been mentioned a
just
lot,
shuttered
is
it.
Hi-Fi Rush, and there is definitely irony, because
Yeah.
it got
Yeah.
a ton of accolades,
It- very
rightfully
frustrating.
so.
So
And
I
then,
wish
like,
the
as soon as
the
Microsoft shuttered
for the
these,
best
then they
for
turn
when it
around and it's
comes
like,
to
and in the future, we want to really have these prestige
Arcane,
games that aren't necessarily
Austin,
AAA games that people
Alpha
just
Dog
love and want to
Studios,
play.
and Tango Gameworks.
And it's like, you just
Um,
literally
the-
shut down
the s-
studios that
The
do that.
studio that basically
Yeah.
got reassigned was
frustrating.
Roundhouse Games. But yeah, that sucks. Okay. Now we brought up this next topic like a month ago, and that was the head scratcher of Warner Brothers deciding to delist all of the indie games that was published by Adult Swim. There is an update to the story, and that is Warner Brothers has completely done a U-turn. This was actually okay. So back in March, all of the developers were told your games are going down, and apparently all the developers were like, okay, then do this one itty bitty. I think it's like a 2 or 3 click process to allow for ownership to transfer over to them, because the problem was that the Warner Bros. Was going to allow the developers to continue. They can put that game back on Steam, but the problem is when you put it back on Steam, creates a whole new game page, all of the achievements and all that data goes in the toilet. But now Warner Brothers, thankfully, rightfully so, has done a U-turn, and they are not going to.
So it's finally a win for the little developers.
I know.
Not sarcastically, actually.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think that's a good thing for everyone involved, I would think.
Yes. Yeah.
So, no, that is actually some happy news. Otherwise, dying.
Oh, well, so it's finally a win for the little developers. I mean
was-
that not sarcastically, actually. Kind of sounds
Stupid
that
people
way.
out there, man.
But no, I mean, I think that's a
Stupid
good thing for everyone involved, I would think.
True.
Not gonna name names, but you can probably guess who.
So no, that is actually some
Yeah, I'm
happy
not gonna point
news in an
fingers.
otherworld dying, dire world.
But that's finally a win for the indies.
I know.
Now, speaking of wins, I guess it's a win. For those out there
Hey,
who
at least there's two
have
smart
Disney
ones here.
Plus, you've probably watched.
Yep.
Hawkeye.
Not gonna name names, but you could probably guess who
And
I'm
it
talking
turns
about.
out that there's going to be a second season of Hawkeye. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I was kind of okay with it being a one and done thing. I'd much rather
Indeed.
have Moon Knight season 2 than Hawkeye season 2. But hey, you know, it's good to see that Jeremy Renner is recovered from his accident.
Yeah, I think that was understandably so. The worry from when he got run over by a snow. That was a not a snowplow, a snow machine.
Yeah.
From trying to help a neighbor. So yes, that is great news. Glad to see that he has recovered enough to partake in Hawkeye season 2. And who knows? Maybe one of these years I'll actually get Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think that was
The weird thing
understandably
is
so.
the
Worry
rumor
from when he got run over
out
by
there is
a
that
snow.
the
No, it was
plot
not a snowplow, a snow
includes
machine
Clint
from trying to
Hawkeye.
help a neighbor.
It
So
includes his
yes, that is
brother
great news. Glad
Barney
to see that
and
he
a
has
single
recovered enough
setting
to partake
location
in
setting. So it's not
Hawkeye
going to be
season
kind of
2.
his house and, I
And
think
who
it was New
knows? Maybe
York.
one of these years I'll actually get Disney
Um,
Plus and watch some of these shows.
So it'll be. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'll probably watch it, but yeah, I still want Moon Knight #2, season 2. That's just me though.
Tell you what Moon Knight is about.
It's good. Damn it, that's what it's about.
Hmm.
It's good.
It's about the good Moon Knight.
No, it's about a guy who has multiple personalities. And Moon Knight is actually was blessed by
Can you
one
tell you
of
what Moon
the
Knight is about?
Egyptian gods, I think, to have like superpowers. And then the first
It's about the
season
good
had
Moon Knight.
quite a few other Egyptian gods that he had to interact with. I really liked it. It was cool.
The same multiple personalities. I was thinking in the movie Split.
Oh, I still need to see that one. I still actually, to be honest with you, I have not outside of
Okay.
oh, what the hell is the first one with Bruce Willis?
Sixth Sense.
No, that's not Sixth Sense. The other one with Bruce Willis, where he is the guy's
The same multiple personalities.
no.
I was thinking in the movie Split.
It's there's Glass, there's Split, there's is it Unbreakable?
I think Unbreakable is like the first.
Sixth
Yeah.
Sense.
That's the only one I've seen, but then there's like 2 or 3 others.
Yeah, so it's Unbreakable, which I
Die Hard.
Yeah.
And then then it was Split, and now I think it's Glass is like the finale.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I need to see those 2.
I think it is.
I've heard.
I
that
think
Split
Unbreakable
was
is like the
very
first one that
interesting.
came out many years beforehand.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it great, but definitely interesting.
Yeah, so it's Unbreakable, which I saw years ago. I don't remember anything about it. And then then it was Split, and now I think it's Glass is like the finale of I guess the trilogy. It was.
Okay. Oh,
I
speaking of what worth watching,
I wouldn't
on
call it
Netflix, if you
great,
have Netflix,
but
there is
definitely
a show out
interesting.
there
I mean,
called
phenomenal
The Dead
acting.
Boy Detectives.
To pull off the
Neil
split
Gaiman,
personality is done very
is a
well.
co-writer of the comic. Or
The problem I
graphic
had,
novel,
I don't want to give any
the series is
spoilers,
based off
so I
of.
won't say my problem with
It's
it is.
interesting. It's basically about
But
2
it was good. It's worth
ghosts
watching.
that are kind of trying to stay under the radar away from death, because death will take them either to heaven or hell, and they solve paranormal or supernatural cases. Like they take cases from ghosts to try to, and they gain, and then one of their employees is a psychic. So yeah, it's cool. Each episode is 45 minutes, so it's got some depth to it. I think I've watched the first 3 episodes. I think there's 8 out. I think.
I've been binging Black Sails came out on Netflix, so I've been watching the hell out of that.
Nice. I've been watching this was kind of like something different since I've been bouncing between so many animes as of late. All right. So for probably, I don't know who out there, but good news.
I've been binging
for the first time,
Black Sails came out on Netflix,
in
so I've been watching the
11
hell out of
years, there will be an
good
EA
show.
Sports college football.
What?
Ye-
College football is a sports game on the
that. That's very understandable.
No,
my phones?
No, just PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X.
But what about my phone, sir?
Too sophisticated for your phones.
Whoa.
Now, I was, let's play some football. That's right, Sam.
What? College football is a sports
College
game
football
on
25.
the
Now,
tablets.
I don't know
in
very
my
much
phones?
about that. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I
Uh,
never played the EA
But
Sports
what about my
version. I
phone,
always played
sir?
the 2K because I was a rebel, damn it.
Whoa.
I'm gonna assume it's gonna be all about the whole, dynasty mode of taking your favorite college and leading them to the promised land. And how well do you invest in? I don't know, are you have like an NIL budget where you have like X amount of money based on like keeping your boosters happy, and like that's basically your form of recruiting players.
That's
I'm
actually
gonna
that
assume it's
would
gonna
be
be all
very
about the
interesting to see
whole,
if they
dynasty
included
mode of
NIL. I mean,
taking
because that's
your favorite
absolutely college
college
football
and leading them
now
to the
is
promised
NIL.
land.
So
And how well do you invest in? I don't know, are you have like an NIL budget
right,
where you have like X amount of money based on like keeping your boosters happy, and like that's basically your form of recruiting
yeah,
players.
you're no longer bussing tables and finding $100 bills underneath the plates.
So, I mean, it's basically just like the NFL thing.
It is. It's not even a controversial. I mean, it is controversial that it's a thing, but it's not like the old under the table days where it's like we know everybody recruited with money, you just didn't say it.
Puts too much of a shiny light on it. But I think it'd be kind of fun.
You know, the very I will say
Yeah.
the one interesting
So,
thing is the
I
fact
mean, it's
that
basically
apparently
just
this
like the
game does
NFL
not
managing a team where you have the
say
salary cap and the
NCAA. It
dynasty
just says
modes.
college football.
So why not have the same thing in the college football? I don't know if they're going to go that route because
yes,
NCAA might not like that because it puts too much of a shiny light on it. But I think it'd be kind of fun.
Formal NCAA approval like back in the day, that might also be why they're doing college football again, because
right.
now you're just basically negotiating with players instead of.
I was kind of curious because, like, I mean, NCAA's
Now, if
kind
for
of
those
lost
out there
its
who are
tooth
interested in the
with
game,
everything that's happened over the last couple of years. So,
for
like, if
$70
they don't even need to get, formal
the
NCAA
pre-order
approval
bonuses
like back in the
consist
day,
of 3 items
that might also be why
for
they're doing
Ultimate Team, the Fantasy
college
Team
football
mode featuring
again,
virtual
because
trading cards.
now you're just basically
And then you have
negotiating
the
with
Deluxe
players instead
Edition,
of
which includes
the
a
corrupt
host of
organization
additional
known as
Ultimate Team
NCAA.
content and 3 days worth of early access. And of course, the Deluxe Edition will cost you $100. So you better be diehard college football fans. I'll just watch the college football on TV, and I'll be fine.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Oh.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh. Sam. Them fighting words for Zealeus, man. And to be honest with you, I'm a Gator hater since birth, so no.
Yeah, I think I'm good with my, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 UGA football games and see how that goes.
I mean, your team sucks so bad, you might just like forgot the last decade.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, boys, reel it back in, guys.
So-
Reel it back in.
Sam,
No,
I'm
but I mean,
just gonna
it'll
let
be
the
interesting to
last few
see. That's still a
seasons
lot of
speak for
money.
themselves as far as football goes for UGA versus Florida. I mean, your team has sucked so bad, you may have just like forgot the last decade of football. Is very possible, which is understandable,
Yeah.
but
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll pass.
I'm fine.
Now, what I want is blitz football based off of.
yeah, I'm not paying $100 for a 3-day early access and
College
some magic
Blitz.
cards that nope. I mean, yeah, no, I'm good. I'll pass.
If you're in
Now,
if
what I
you're
want
in
is
Texas, you can
blitz
actually
football
let
based off
Bebo
of
loose
college.
onto the field.
That I might actually buy.
Like each field has its own special.
Just say.
Who uses the home, like true.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Like you could be between the hedges and like actually take like a hedge out of the field
At
and like hit a
FSU,
player over the head with it.
the
I'm talking
mascot
about.
runs on with the flaming spear and and pierces one of the players. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Someone do that.
Like each field has its like own special weapon that you can
Yes.
use as the home, like
Yes.
true
I
home
like
field
it.
advantage
I like it.
that you can use for each of them.
Okay. So we're
what
going
I'm
to pause
talking
real quick
about.
to thank the individuals who help Alter Confusion be the beautiful, amazing Alter Confusion that you love and adore. So we have our friends of the show. So let's start off with the Indie Cluster. The Indie Cluster is an organization of independent game
think we're onto
developers that
something.
want to gain exposure by being involved in the community. They collectively journey to popular conferences as a traveling booth to help gain attention for their games. They make partnerships in local communities to bring games to the mainstream mindset. They highlight local, unusual, and rare concepts to challenge the paradigm of the common. They also host events to teach kids and minority groups about game development to hopefully one day enter the industry themselves. For more information, go to indiecluster.com. The next shout out we got to give is to the AV master himself. That, of course, is Noodle Boy Media. Founded in 2015 by Andrew Tran, Noodle Boy Media, previously White Kid 47 Media, is your choice for professional photo shoots and panel recordings at conventions. They pride themselves in providing a high level of professionalism, top-notch experiences, and quality services. If you want more information and to view their full list of services, check out facebook.com/noodleboymedia. Of course, if you're in the greater Atlanta area and you've had long gaming sessions, you might have some aches and pains that you need taken care of, and that's where Hero Chiropractic comes in. Hero Chiropractic's unique healthcare practice set up by Ryan Moore, the company's focus to elevate a patient's experience of freedom, creative expression, and joy. They believe that everyone can be a hero and has incredible heroic potential inside themselves waiting to be unleashed. Hero Chiropractic focuses on the mobile chiropractic care in the greater Atlanta area. They're committed to healing clients by creating a plan of action uniquely suited for each person. They make that plan of action as convenient and affordable as possible, and most importantly, suited to your individual needs. For more information, go to herochiropractic.com. And now for the Music Maestro. Need a new logo or want to work on a full branding and content strategy? Or maybe you need music or audio for your content. Just like Alter Confusion, CrossPad Creative offers a whole host of solutions for individuals and small businesses. Just email Josh at crosspadcreative@gmail.com and see what he can do for you. And the final shout out we're going to give is to the original supporter of Alter Confusion. That, of course, is Agile Axiom. By day, Axe leads both the development team and system administration team working with satellites at NASA's Goddard campus. But while not in meetings, and many times during, he is the Agile evangelist Agile X, championing the philosophy of Agile and trying to make the world a better place for software developers, testers, system admins, and software projects the world over. Decades of experience in software development and leading Agile teams are brought to bear against evil processes, inefficient work, and bad habits. For more information, go to agileaxiom.com. Now, of course, at this point, I know you guys are just dying to know, how do I become a friend of the show? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to alleviate your question or solve your question or problem. And that, of course, is, ladies and gentlemen, Alter Confusion survives on love and support of fans like you. And so we have a Patreon page. Patreon lets you, the fans, lovers, haters, demigods, interdimensional beings, gods, demons, aliens, werewolves, vampires, mummies, swamp creatures, supporters, and more to become active participants of the work we love through a monthly membership. This gives you access to exclusive content, community, and insight into our creative process. In exchange, we gain a bit more freedom to do our best work and the stability we need to build an even stronger creative career. We currently have 2 tiers. We have the $1 a month, that's $1 a month or $12 a year tier, and what that gets you is early access to all of our playthroughs, as well as the ability to participate in Patreon only posts. If you're feeling frisky, you go up to the $5 a month. That's $5 a month or $60 a year. Not only get everything at the $1 level, but you also gain your name or organization added to the friends of the show of every single Thursday night hangout. So if you want to become a patron of Alter Confusion, go to Patreon. That's patreon.com/altered confusion today. And yes, Battle and Brew does have 2 locations now. I know. Do it on a non-Braves night. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I do also want to give a huge shout out because we are proud to say that we are fundraising for Extra Life for the 13th year straight. Extra Life is gamers doing what they do best. Game.
We need to go to the second
help sick and
location.
injured children at their
No.
chosen Children's Miracle Network Hospital. The money that we raise through Extra Life goes
Okay,
directly to
I
Children's
agree with
Healthcare
that.
of Atlanta as unrestricted funds. This means that the hospital decides where and how to spend the money to ensure the dollars we raise make the biggest impact in the lives of the kids they treat. So if you have the capacity to donate, please go to extra-life.org and search for Altered Confusion today. And like I said, I grew up going to Children's Healthcare Atlanta. My two sisters have been there many, many times, and of course my children have also been there for several different things. So I support them as much as possible. Okay, so there is a game out there that's basically always rumored to be maybe dead, but maybe not, and it's not StarCraft Ghosts, Zealeus. It's just I knew you were going to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, apparently Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still in development. Although there's a lack of any updates for many, 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 many years. There is apparently an insider
Damn it! Beat me
at
to it.
Ubisoft that says that it is still in development. I loved the original Beyond Good and Evil. It was, yes, there was action to it, but also there was a heavy emphasis on taking the pictures of all the stuff, and I actually really enjoyed taking the pictures. So I don't know how that's going to go, but if you're interested, Beyond Good and Evil was released in 2003 as an action-adventure game, which followed the story of Jade, an investigative reporter, martial artist, and hit woman in the year 2435. It was one of those games that whose sales started off really slow, but then once it caught on, it became a huge underground hit. The sequel was officially announced back in 2016. There was a teaser trailer back in 2017, and then there was a cinematic trailer in 2018. Now, that's basically it from the public perspective, but apparently this bad boy is still in production, which makes me very, very happy, and I hope to see it one day. But we'll see. I'll play it if once it comes.
I mean, I haven't played the first one.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
too many games on my backlog.
No, tell me about it. I am still chugging through Ueden Chronicles 100 Heroes. I am in...
Can't say I played it either way.
over 60 now.
Nice.
But
I mean, I
there
haven't
is
played
one
the first
thing that's
one,
broken in the game, which is really sad to me because I know that I'm not
Too
going to
many
get every
games on my
single
backlog.
character. I know that. But there's one character that it says that I can get, but
Lord,
the
how many hours
quest
are you
has
adding
to
that
be
game?
initiated
How many hours are
by
you
having a
adding the game?
conversation with this one person who's in my castle.
Nice.
But when I talk to her, she refuses to talk about the stupid quest, so it can't trigger. So I'm sad to say that I will not have the Griffin, who's hiding in the mines, in my party. I think it's a bug. It's got to be a bug.
Well, you should go flame them and give them a negative 100-time review, and get your Legion to review bomb them for creating such a terrible game.
Oh, speaking of
That's the only natural reaction.
speaking of negative reviews.
Is it a
Coming
bug
from
in the
up
game,
on
or
high,
did you is there
and now being
some
reversed?
other-
I don't know if we actually talked about this
Well,
or
you
not,
should
but
go,
Helldivers 2,
flame them
Sony
and
has
give them
backed
a
off
negative
requiring
100-time
the
review,
PSN
and get your Legion to review bomb them for creating such a terrible
tie-in
game for this book.
because that would have broken the game
That's the only
in
natural
quite a
reaction.
few countries. Because
There was like 30 of them.
yeah. So
And then in the process,
mhm.
one of the community relations people
Yep. Yep.
Way to go.
Well, apparently, like he was
There was like 30 of them. It was a lot.
Okay.
And then in the process, one of the community relations people who is basically
Look,
told
if
people
you
to
are
review on the game because of
in,
this was actually like
you know, customer support or community manager,
well,
you
apparently
can't. I
like
mean,
he was
you got to
kind of a
be,
dick
you
when it
know,
came to community relations in the
cheery
first place. Like
and
you look
nice.
at
You
his
can't
prior
be a dick.
responses to things, and it's like this guy has a really short fuse. So yeah.
Unless it's like some kind of weird shtick, like that restaurant where the entire staff insults you the entire time you eat there. I personally would never go to something place like that, because I would probably end up punching the waiter.
I mean, that's kind of part of the gig. Yeah, that's why you're a community
I'm
relations
gonna be
person
totally honest
and
with you.
not
The roast with Tom
somebody
Brady
else.
had no interest in watching, but Eli Manning's response of why he didn't show up to the roast was
Oh yeah.
legendary, and that of course is I just didn't want to roast him a third time.
I watched it. It's actually much more entertaining than I thought it would be.
Or you're on a roast of Tom Brady and you're supposed to be mean to him and everyone there.
Appreciation, respect for Kevin Hart, for making it a 3-hour event that was actually like well done and not just zoned out after an hour or two.
And of course, Tom Brady regrets doing it completely.
I watched it. It's actually much more entertaining than I thought it would be. And I actually have a whole new level
Mhm.
of appreciation, respect for Kevin Hart for making it a 3-hour event that was actually like
Yep.
well done and not just zoned out after an hour or two. Um, well,
Mm-hmm.
it was actually interesting. So like, because I watched a bunch of like videos
Right.
around it, and his thing was like, I regret it because of the effect it potentially had on my kids, which is understandable. Like, I totally understand that. However, it's kind of weird because if you watch the interview with the comedians, they're all like, so we kind of talked ahead of time,
Right.
and we all agree what was off limits was the kids. Because, I mean, the kids, like, they didn't
I'm
ask to be a
sure.
part of
I'm
this.
sure.
And if you actually watch the roast,
So
they never talk about
Zealeus,
the
I heard
kids.
that,
Like they said
you
they
had,
weren't going to
some
talk
thoughts
about the
about
kids,
a
and they
movie?
didn't. So it's just kind of an interesting thing where it's like he regrets it because of the kids, which again I totally get, but like the kids were never talked about in the entire roast for 3 hours. Now, Giselle, on the other hand, good lord, did they lit a fire under her? Yeah.
There's a ex-CIA person and an analyst, and you have to go hunt down the other evil CIA person, right?
Bloody hell. Okay, so there's a Netflix. So like I like action flicks, right? And so I saw, and usually like spy type of ones are even better. So I saw there was a Netflix one called The Bricklayer. I'm like, okay, this sounds interesting. Very common story. There's a ex-CIA person and an analyst, and they have to go hunt down the other evil CIA person, right? First action scene, like 10 minutes into it, I had to stop watching after it. It tried basically taking the whole Jason Bourne thing, which a ton of movies have tried doing, where you have the shaky cam with this cut scene like every 18 seconds,
Mhm.
but somehow it made it really, not somehow, easily made it really, really bad. It was like pitch
Right.
black in the dark, so you already couldn't see shit. And like every person has the same exact attire on. So like if you actually watched um the Bourne movies, like everyone's they have a distinct style. So even they might be, generic white dude, like it's really big guy versus Matt Damon, right? Or it's like guy with a big brown leather trench coat against Matt Damon in his blue jacket. So it's always very obvious who is doing what. Versus this, like all three guys, bad people, basically look the same versus generic white protagonist
Right.
dude. And it was all like really dark, and the way they did the cuts were so bad because it was like the shaky, and then they would like try splicing them together, and you just couldn't tell what the hell is going on. Like they took everything about the
Mhm.
whole shaky cam phenomenon, which to be fair, a lot of movies don't do well either. This isn't the only one. And they just took it all and they did a terrible job with it. Like everything about having to do with the action, like, was actually nauseating to watch it. Like, it actually made me feel seasick watching it. But then
Right.
you also come, like, I also rewatched because it was on Netflix, was like the Matrix trilogy. And they kind of go back, it kind of harkens back to the old Kung Fu days where you have these like 5 minute long fights where obviously there's like cuts. What they do is basically like one continuous cut in the end. And they might have, have a few different shots here and there, but there's no like weird split screen crazy. And like I miss in action movies. And actually, Mission Impossible actually does a really good job of this, to be honest, where it's like they do really long action scenes, but they almost make it feel like one continuous shot. Because I think, generally speaking, that's a much better way of doing action movies and action shots and fight sequences. To do that style, because let's be honest, not everyone can be a Jason Bourne style of movie and action director. Most movies don't do it as well as they did. Nobody does.
That good.
So I wish more movies did like back in the old day of basically continuous shots. But yeah, I was not. Yeah, so I stopped watching. I may try watching it again. We'll see. But I stopped after 20 minutes. I was like, I can't do this. Yeah.
Predictability.
It was not good. Not impressed. And everything about it was very generic. Like the whole premise of like, I'm a generic analyst who found this one, and like you knew it was gonna happen because like everyone's looking through this footage. And she's like, I'm gonna look through the footage. But we've already looked through the footage and we didn't see anything. You're like,
now,
gee.
kids, VHS were these blocky tapes that you have to put in this thing called a VCR. And
so
you would have to push this rewind.
It's like it reminds me of the good old
like you're actually watching the.
I mean, I know it's direct to DVD because it's Netflix, but it's like in the 80s. We got all the direct to VHS
no quick
action flicks
into the movie
they'd find at the Blockbuster.
Exactly. Yeah. Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to, I keep forgetting to say this, and this is that if you are interested in gaining any Alter Confusion
remember,
swag,
be kind and
it
rewind.
A beautiful hat, or
you knew someone was really like
stickers,
rich if they had a separate
or
rewind.
Zealeus, I beat you.
That was a true sign of.
You can go to alterconfusion.tv/merch. Currently, we have the dog bowl. The coffee mug, the notebook, the flip-flops, and of course the sticker and the hat. So if you're interested in getting any of that, just go over there and you could grab that. Now, I do want to make one other announcement, and I've been doing this. We've been basically talking about this for as many times as we've been doing the show, and that is that, ladies and gentlemen, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend is MomoCon. MomoCon, of course, is a general fandom convention that happens in Atlanta, Georgia, over the Memorial Day weekend. Remember that this is different than past MomoCons simply because in past MomoCons, it was Thursday through Sunday. This time, it is Friday through Monday because the Georgia World Congress Center are doing something on Thursday. There are a ton of panels. There's a ton of talent showing up. And, of course, amazing cosplay and everything. I will be down there in a media capacity. So you'll probably, if you come to MomoCon, you'll probably see me running around in either this T-shirt with the Alter Confusion logo on it, or my Alter Confusion polo. Say hello. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I just wish that my email inbox didn't eat our acceptance for our panel, but unfortunately, because my email ate the acceptance, it was revoked. Our panel was revoked, and we're not doing a panel this year, so sad day.
Nice.
But on a plus, on the plus side, that because MomoCon is one day later, that means that we are going to have an actual Thursday night hangout the week of MomoCon for the first time. Yeah, I think so. I know, it's really crazy. It's
Nom
crazy.
nom
I
nom
tell you,
nom
it's
nom nom.
crazy. But yeah, MomoCon will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have
Is that actually
reached
loud?
the end of our show.
You
So I
think
do
so? I'm
want to
so
thank everyone
confused.
for
I'm not
tuning
gonna
in
be
to
able to
Zelda
handle it,
Confusion
man.
Thursday Hangout. For myself, Charlie, and Zealeus, it's been a pleasure giving everything come our heads, our mouths, and of course, our hearts. We'll be back next Thursday for another Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
Excellent.
Amen to that, brother. Huzzah! We're out.
And remember, kids, keep on gaming in the free world.
And let me double check real quick, but I think finally we will have the show actually start at 8:00 next week. Let's see. Wednesday, Thursday. Yes. Yes, we will have our regular full-length show next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you sure about that? I'm not sure I can believe you anymore.
No,
What's
we're
going on in the world anymore?
there's no basketball games that I have to be at, so yeah. The weird thing is, so I play basketball at a Jewish community center, and because of all the Jewish holidays that have happened over the past like 2 months, the
Are you sure
two
about
leagues
that?
I'm
I'm
in
not
have
sure I can believe you
basically
anymore.
had
I don't know
to,
what's going on in the world anymore.
because the center is closed on the days that the league would usually go. They had to find another day. So
There.
in one league, it's supposed to be Mondays, but there were some Mondays that were the place was closed, so they had to put some games on Thursdays, which of course no bueno for me. But and then the other league I'm in, they do Wednesdays, and if the Wednesdays were closed, then we do Sundays, which means I have to actually get my ass out of bed early because those games are like start at 8:30 in the morning. Yeah, intense. So, but yes, I will continue to play Ueden Chronicles. I'm almost 100% sure I'm basically in the home stretch. I think I don't want. There's part of me that wants to advance the story just so I could see how it actually ends, but there's also part of
Bam!
me
That's early.
there's the achievement hunter in me that's still going, well, if I just wait just a little bit longer, then maybe I can unlock this. So, but of course, I'm also, when I'm streaming, if you saw my stream on Tuesday night, I am now playing the beta for Hades 2, courtesy of Zealeus. Thank you, Zealeus, for my early birthday present. And that, of course, has been a lot of fun. And it's always entertaining to
Nice.
get reintroduced to the gods and goddesses that help you out behind the back of the Titan Kronos.
Now, are you going to continue to? Let me try again. Are you going to?
Indeed.
Continue, good gosh, are you going to continue your tradition of potentially getting the game on like multiple devices, so you have it both on your PC and your Switch for convenient gaming in multiple locations?
Very likely.
Now, are you going to continue to? Let me try again. Are you going to continue? Good gosh, I cannot speak right now.
Yes. Super
Are
Giant
you
Games,
going
man,
to
has
continue
the
your
only
tradition
game
of potentially
that
getting the
I've
game
ever
on like
of
multiple
theirs that
devices,
I
so
only
you have it
own
both
on
on
a
your
single
PC
platform
and
is
your
pirate.
Switch for
Every
convenient
other
gaming
game,
in multiple locations?
Transistor, Bastion, and Hades, I own at least on 2
Figures.
platforms. Bastion, I think I actually own on
I know they're your special
3.
studio.
And Transistor, I think I
Yeah.
also own on 3. Yeah. I love their games, and I love their soundtracks. But you could definitely, if you do pick up Hades 2, and you're playing on the PC, you will definitely see that there is holder art in the game. So all of the gifts that you get for giving them
Nice.
all the different characters nectar, they all look like rings right now. But I almost 100% sure that when the game actually releases, every item will have a much more unique look to them that suits whatever the god or goddess or character that you're talking to. Because right now I've dealt with Nemesis, Odysseus, Charon, the boatman, Artemis, and oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on one of them. Oh, whatever. Anyways, there's a ton of them. Of course, there's huge amount of gods and goddesses that you deal with. So, yeah, indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to shut down this stream, but thank you again for tuning in. We will see you, or I will see you on Tuesday for my next stream, or actually probably Sunday night. I'll be streaming on Sunday night and then Tuesday. But